You're listening to a Toadstool and fairy dust reading of a Christmas story called The Little Christmas Elf by Nikki Shannon Smith, creatively read by Miss Jill. It was Christmas Eve in Santa's workshop. Nina sat at the wooden work table with the other busy elves. She could barely see over the tabletop, but she didn't mind. Nina was the littlest elf in the workshop, but this year she was big enough to join in during toy-making season. Her chance had finally come. Nina, you'll have to work faster if that teddy bear is going to get ready for Christmas, said the biggest elf. Okay, Elvis, I'll try, said Nina as she stuffed cotton into the little bear. She hummed and bobbed her head as she worked, making sure that the cotton got all the way down into the bear's toes. Nina had been working on her bear all day, and she was beginning to worry that she wasn't going to finish in time. Finished, sang an elf at the end of the table. Me too, another elf chimed in. Ta-da! Cried a third elf. Everyone clapped for them. Hey, it's dark outside, said Elvis. Let's plug in the Christmas lights. As the workshop lit up, the elves began to sing, jingle bells, jingle all the way. One by one, the other elves finished their toys. Trains, dolls, and blocks sat drying on the table. Would you like some help, Nina? Asked a friendly elf. No, thank you, Holly, said Nina, trying to smile. I really want to do it myself. Elves cleaned their places at the table. Elves went outside to play in the snow. Suddenly, there was the sound of hoofbeats. Santa's here with reindeer, someone shouted. All the elves ran out of the workshop and crowded around Santa and his sleigh. Tears filled Nina's eyes. She still had so much work to do. Meanwhile, the elves began to load the toys into huge red sacks and toss them onto the sleigh. Santa came inside and stood next to Nina. His mustache twitched. You're doing a fine job, he said. But I don't think he'll be ready in time. Nina looked down at her bear. No, Santa, she said in a small voice. Well, don't give up, Nina, said Santa. We can always save your bear for next year. And with that, Santa left the workshop. Alone in the workshop, Nina watched Santa's sleigh soar into the night sky. But she remembered what Santa had told her about not giving up, so she turned back to the work table. Nina finished stuffing the bear. She sewed on 2 button eyes, a nose, and then a smile. Finally, she stitched on a heart. Nina held the bear up high. He was finished, and what a fine bear he was. He would make a child very happy. But not until next year, Nina sighed as she placed the bear on the table. With a yawn, she headed towards the workshop door. Who would be standing just outside? But Santa! He was already back from delivering the presents. Ho, 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 he laughed. Oh, you sure are up late for a little elf. Yes, Santa, said Nina. I wanted to finish my bear. Thank goodness you didn't give up, said Santa. Just when I finished my deliveries, a new baby was born. I didn't have any toys left for the little one. Nina's eyes grew wide. Is my bear for the new baby? Yes, indeed. If it weren't for you, Nina, that poor little baby would be the only child without a gift this Christmas. Nina ran and got the bear, and she held it out to Santa, but he didn't take it. I think you should come with me for such a special delivery, he told Nina, scooping her up into the sleigh. Ho, ho, ho! It'll be a gift for the littlest baby from the littlest elf. And they headed off into the night.
Merry Christmas!
The end.